As I said, this is going to be a very basic, super basic review of some neurobiology, and I hope to present some of these concepts with some similes or comparisons that will make it easier for you to understand. As we consider the brain, you already know a lot. If you can count to 4, you already know quite a bit about the brain. There is one brain. There are two hemispheres, left and right. There are 3 levels, the cerebellum, the limbic system, and the cortex. There are 4 lobes, the frontal, the temporal, the parietal, and the occipital. But one of the easiest ways for us to remember the structure of the brain and how it interacts is to consider using a fist. Very simple. If you look at the hand, this is the spinal column, and this area in here would be considered the primitive earliest brain, the cerebellum. Now, if you take the thumb and fold it over, that's going to be right about in here, and that's the limbic system. And in the limbic system, there are a number of very important little organs. There is an amygdala, there is a hippocampus, there is a hypothalamus, among other things. And the way that neuroanatomists describe the brain can vary from textbook to textbook. But that's basically the limbic system. And around the limbic system, we have the caudate and we have the striatum. But then we have this wonderful development of the cortex. And if you fold the fingers over the limbic system, it's all interconnected. And you can see that these fingers are touching into the basic early brain, as well as the limbic system, or sometimes called the primitive brain or the reptilian brain, and then this much more developed system. Now, the areas that we're looking at a lot in this course will be up in here, and this is the prefrontal cortex. We have the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, we have the orbital prefrontal cortex, and under here we have the ventral medial prefrontal cortex, a lot of different regions of the brain. So I hope that this little fist will help you to understand the brain. Let's go on to the next slide.